Hi, this is Eric P. Martin, and it is December the 8th, 2017, and this is my daily video blog uh, on my journey to wealth. Uh, 3 days I've missed, I think, of video blogging, but there has been a lot that has transpired. The first um, is that I have made the decision to start the first of the year really on a journey, on a physical journey. So, um, the space that I'm living in, I'm going to be moving permanently in this apartment that I live in, and I rent this room that I'm in. And so I decided that I decided to move December or January 1st. And I'm going to be touring, not touring, I wouldn't say touring. I'm going to be shifting from Uber to promoting Lyft across the country. Uh, it's gotten cold, um, and I can't, I've decided not to drive anymore to Uber. I have to cut the umbilical cord on Uber because physically it's just taking too much of a toll on my body. So I made that decision. And I've been, kind of like in this kind of funk. Uh, but then, I decided to go ahead and do that. And I've also got a lot on my table, so it became overwhelming. So I just shut down. So this is the reason why I haven't video blogged. But today, uh, and also I've been moving all my stuff into storage. So I live on the third floor, and it took a lot of energy out of me to move boxes, which I'm doing myself, from the third floor all the way down to the first, and then to my storage unit. And I don't have a place yet, which is why this is going to be an interesting journey, a new chapter in my life, but also on the journey to wealth. And I'm tying this in. So that's why. That's the reason for why. I know I had promised that I was going to do this consistently every day, but I'm back on track. I fell off my horse, and sometimes that happens. You fall off your horse, but you got to get back on it. And this is the process. This is the absolute process of what happens when you're on a journey to wealth. Um, One of the things that I realized why I'm cutting the umbilical cord to Uber is that not only is it slow, but it's, how can I say this? It is there's only so much physically. I'm exchanging basically my physical labor for money. And that is not a way to get wealthy unless you make a high income. But this is a physical job. People that are making high incomes, I don't think are. Maybe they are. I don't know. Maybe they are. Maybe they're not. But this is a physical thing I have to do, and I'm exchanging my time, my physical time and energy, and of course everything else, the car and expenses, in exchange for money. And that just is not. But not to discount it because it has allowed me to save enough money throughout the year to be able to take this journey. And interestingly enough, 17 years ago, I arrived in Chicago on December 31st. And I'm going to be leaving January 1st, 17 years ago, to start uh, a new chapter in my life. And I had moved, not to divert, but I think this is important to document for myself. I had moved from Los Angeles to Las Vegas to promote for this company called Tel3. And I was out on, and I had moved there, and I stayed there 4 months. I was passing out these Tel3 cards to the public. Exactly what I'm doing with Lyft, but I'm not on the street promoting. I'm doing, I'm marketing to other businesses. And so, interestingly enough, I'm doing the same thing 17 years later. The difference, what I realized, is that I went into Las Vegas probably with less than $500 or $1,000 to my name. I think it's $1,000. This time, and then I had a car, so I had another. Well, I didn't have a car when I went to Las Vegas. I just went on a bus, I believe on a bus, and arrived there with a few $100s, thinking I was going to make a big killing by passing out these Tel3 cards on Las Vegas Boulevard. But it didn't happen that way, and I don't think I had a car at that time. I know I didn't. Maybe I did. I can't remember. 17 years ago is a long time. So anyway, I do have another resource, which is a car. And so I think even the payout is about the same. I think Tel3 was paying $10 for referrals, and Uber's paying, or not, Lyft is paying anywhere from $5 to $20, depending on which marketplace. And the product is different. So anyway, I forgot where I was leaving off. So that's what's been happening. So tonight, I'm going to a conference on cryptocurrency, and I think this is really big. And so I'm going to be learning some stuff about cryptocurrency because I need to be knowledgeable. I think this is kind of like an opportunity, just like the rideshare industry, how it was created, and a lot of money was made. So anyway, I see that as an opportunity. I'm gonna jump on it, and I might even start a blog on it. I have been also part of, the today is like I'm just really, really focused and organized. I've been listening to this book called 10X, which is just incredible book, audio book I've been listening to. And also today I had listened to Jim Rohn, and I was introduced to Jim Rohn 23 years ago when I was 30. One of my mentors a guy used to work for, introduced me to Jim Rohn. And I'm just listening to him over again. And these lessons I was introduced to 23 years later, I'm learning these lessons again. And I think the real difference, if I can't stress enough, is taking action on the ideas and having a different experience. That is the key. You can go to a seminar, you can listen, you absorb, and you can get some great ideas. However, if you don't execute on those ideas, you won't have a different experience. That's what I've learned, and this is part of the journey. So anyway, this is probably the longest video I ever made. So it's about 9 minutes long. So anyway, I'm going to cut it, but I just wanted to get back on this horse and start creating some videos, and hopefully that'll bring some value to someone else. All right, thanks for watching.